Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something amazing, the top 15 most expensive and ultra-rare UK 20p coins that could be worth a lot more than their face value. Some of these coins are simple everyday change while others are powerful collector's items that people pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for. Before we get started, if you love coins history or treasure hunting in your spare change, hit like and subscribe for more videos like this. The 1982 20 pence coin is one of the most famous and collectible coins in the United Kingdom. Why? Because it was the very first year this coin was ever made. On the front it has the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and on the back there is a crown Tudor rose, a symbol of England. This coin is special because collectors all over the world are hunting for perfect examples, ones that look brand new and have never been used. While a regular 1982 20p coin in your pocket is still worth just 20p, coins in mint condition or with errors can sell for thousands of dollars. Some top coins have even sold at auctions for $2,500, which is an amazing increase from their face value. So why is this coin so valuable? First, it is the first year issue, which means it was the very start of the 20 pence series. Collectors love first year coins because they are historically important. Next, most coins that were used in shops, buses or vending machines are now worn out, scratched or damaged. Only a few coins have survived in perfect condition. These perfect coins are called uncirculated coins, and they are the ones collectors pay big money for. Some 1982 coins are even more special because of errors. Errors happen when something goes wrong at the Royal Mint while making the coin. For example, a coin might have extra metal, a wrong design or incorrect edges. These mistakes make the coin rare, and rare coins always attract collectors. A perfect 1982 coin with an error can be worth thousands of dollars, and some have even reached $2,500 at auctions. That is why collectors always check coins carefully for unusual features or mistakes. Grading also plays a huge role in value. A coin grading company looks at a coin and gives it a score based on how sharp and clean it is, whether it has scratches, and how detailed the design looks. Coins with a high grade are shiny, clear and have perfect details on the Queen's face and the Tudor rose. Coins that get the best grades are the ones that sell for the highest prices. Even small scratches can make a coin drop from thousands of dollars to just a few hundred, so condition is everything. Auctions are where many of these coins are sold. If a collector finds a perfect 1982 20p, they can submit it to an auction and bidders from around the world might compete to buy it. This is why you sometimes see coins sell for $2,500 or more. Prices change based on demand, and when there are fewer perfect coins available, prices go up even higher. Some coins are even kept in original Royal Mint packaging, which makes them even more valuable to collectors. Even though the 1982 20p coin is popular, not every coin from that year is worth a lot. Coins that are scratched, bent or dull are usually only worth face value 20p. But coins that are perfect, uncirculated or have rare errors are what make serious collectors excited. Some people even keep these coins safe for decades because they know their value will increase over time. Collectors also check the details carefully. They look at the Queen's face, the Tudor rose and the edges. If all the details are sharp and the coin is shiny, it is considered top quality. Coins that are dull, worn or cleaned improperly usually don't sell for much. Keeping coins in plastic holders or coin albums is a smart way to protect them and maintain their value. Overall, the 1982 20 pence coin is one of the most wanted coins in UK coin collecting. It combines history, rarity and beauty, making it a favorite for collectors and auction buyers. While everyday coins are still worth 20p, top graded and error coins can sell for thousands, sometimes $2,500 or more. If you have a 1982 20p, it is worth checking carefully. It could be one of the rare coins that people are looking for worldwide. The 2007 20 pence coin might look like an ordinary coin in your pocket, but collectors see it very differently. On the surface it has the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the front and the classic crown Tudor rose on the back. But here's the twist: even though millions were minted that year, some 2007 coins are worth hundreds or even over $700, while the ones you spend in shops are still just 20p. Why? Because in the coin world it's not just the year that matters, it's condition, rarity and small mistakes that make a coin special. Unlike the 1982 coin, which is famous as the first year, the 2007 coin comes from a modern era of coins. Millions were made, but over time most have been spent, scratched, or lost their shine. That means the coins that survived in perfect uncirculated condition are now rare. A shiny 2007 20p that has never been used, sometimes called a mint state coin, can fetch hundreds of dollars at auctions. Some collectors have even paid close to $700 for the best examples. The fascinating part is that 2007 coins sometimes have hidden quirks that only experts notice. For example, a coin might have a slightly misaligned design, a tiny die crack, or a double-struck number. These are called minting errors, and they are like tiny secrets hiding in the coin. Collectors love them because errors are extremely rare. A coin with a small mistake could be worth 5 or 10 times more than a normal 2007 20p, even though it looks almost identical to the eye. Grading is also a huge factor. Grading companies examine coins under special lights and magnifiers. They look for scratches, dents, wear, and shine. A 2007 20p that is graded highly, meaning it is nearly perfect, can sell for hundreds of dollars, while a scratched one is still just 20p. Even cleaning a coin the wrong way can reduce its value drastically. For example, rubbing it with a cloth might make scratches or remove the natural shine, and that can knock off hundreds of dollars from its potential auction price. Auctions are where these coins shine. A perfect 2007 20p can end up in a collector battle with bidders competing online or in person. Sometimes these coins sell for $700 or more, depending on how many are available and how many collectors are looking for that year. Unlike the 1982 coin, which has the appeal of being the first, the 2007 coin's value comes mostly from its condition and rarity in uncirculated form, plus any subtle errors. One of the reasons collectors love the 2007 coin is because it's relatively recent, so it is easier to find in good condition than older coins. But that also means people sometimes overlook it in their change. That's why you should always check coins carefully before spending them. You might be holding a $700 coin in your pocket without even realizing it. Collectors also study the details of the coin closely. They look at the Queen's portrait to make sure it is sharp. The Tudor rose should have crisp edges, and the coin should feel solid, not worn down. Coins with dull details, scratches, or cleaning marks are worth far less. Some collectors even keep these coins in special holders to protect them from air, moisture, and fingerprints, which helps maintain their high value. The 2007 20 pence coin shows an interesting twist in coin collecting. It is not rare by numbers, but rare by quality. Millions were made, yet only a few have survived in perfect condition. These perfect coins are the ones that sell for hundreds of dollars today. A coin that looks ordinary could secretly be a treasure if it is uncirculated, graded, or has a minor minting error. So next time you get a 20p coin from 2007, don't just spend it. Check the details, see if it is shiny and sharp, and maybe, just maybe, you are holding a coin worth $700 or more. Even in the modern era, coins can hide surprises, and the 2007 20 pence coin proves that any coin can become a collector's treasure. The 1983 20 pence coin might look small and ordinary, but for collectors it is a hidden gem. This coin comes from the early years of the UK 20p series, just 1 year after the very first 1982 issue. On the front it has Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and on the back it shows the classic crown Tudor rose, a symbol of England. At first glance it seems like a regular coin, but here's the twist: some 1983 coins are worth $1,000 or more, even though you could still find others in circulation for just 20p. The secret to this huge difference is condition, rarity, and sometimes tiny mistakes that most people don't notice. Unlike the 1982 coin, which is famous for being the first year, the 1983 coin is all about survival and perfection. Millions were minted, but over time most have been spent, scratched, or worn smooth. The coins that survived in mint condition, which means uncirculated and flawless, are extremely rare today. Collectors pay a lot for these coins because they are not just money, they are pieces of history that still shine like new. Auctions often show 1983 20p coins selling for around $1,000, and sometimes even more if the coin has exceptional quality. Here's where it gets interesting: some 1983 coins have hidden minting errors. Errors can include tiny misalignments, extra metal spots, or weak impressions of the design. These mistakes are rare, and rarity equals money in the coin world. A coin with a small minting error can be worth many times more than a normal 1983 20p, even if it looks almost identical to the untrained eye. Collectors love hunting for these little quirks because they are like secret treasures hiding in plain sight. Grading is another major factor. Coins are sent to professional grading companies where experts examine them under magnification. They check for scratches where cleanliness and how sharp the details are. A high-grade 1983 coin has deep crisp designs, perfect edges and a shiny surface. These coins are the ones that sell at top auction prices. Even a small scratch or minor cleaning can reduce the value dramatically, so handling is key. Another twist with 1983 coins is that they have become more popular in recent years because collectors are trying to complete early 20p sets. The first few years 1982, 1983, 1987 are especially sought after because they represent the early days of the 20p series. If a collector wants a complete set, a pristine 1983 coin is a must-have, which drives prices up at auctions and online marketplaces. Storage and presentation also matter. Coins kept in original mint packaging or protected in albums and holders are more valuable than loose coins. This is because air, dust and handling can damage a coin over time. The best 1983 20p coins are carefully stored, and that is why some examples command $1,000 or more in today's market. Even though millions were made in 1983, it is the perfect condition coins that are rare, and rarity creates value. Regular worn coins are worth only 20p, but collectors who find high-grade coins are willing to pay a premium. Some collectors also enjoy spotting tiny differences between coins, like slight variations in the Queen's portrait or the rose design, which can add to the coin's interest and value. In the end, the 1983 20p coin is a collector's treasure waiting to be discovered. Its value comes from a combination of condition, rarity and occasional minting errors, and these factors can make it worth around $1,000 or more at auction. What seems like an ordinary coin in your change might actually be a hidden gem worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, and that is what makes the 1983 20p coin so fascinating for collectors around the world. The 1987 20p coin might seem ordinary, but for collectors it is one of the most fascinating coins in the UK series. On the front it has Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, while the back features the classic crown Tudor rose, just like other 20p coins. But here's the twist: despite millions being minted, a top-quality 1987 coin can now sell for $2,200, which is more than 10,000 times its face value. That's the power of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Unlike coins from the 1980s that are simply valuable because they are early years, the 1987 coin has a mix of history and hidden surprises that make it special. Millions of coins were made, but most were spent, handled, or scratched. Over time, only a few coins survived in perfect uncirculated condition, which is what collectors are hunting for. These coins are often bright, shiny, and look like they came straight from the mint. A coin like this can fetch over $2,000 at auction, making it one of the most exciting coins for collectors to find. Here's where it gets even interesting. Some 1987 coins have rare minting errors that make them extremely valuable. These errors could be small, like a slightly misaligned design, a double strike, or even extra metal in unusual places. Errors make coins rare because mistakes are accidental, and collectors love these happy accidents. A 1987 coin with a unique error can be worth far more than normal uncirculated coins, sometimes exceeding $2,200 depending on the severity and rarity of the mistake. Grading is another key factor for 1987 coins. Professional grading companies examine each coin carefully under magnification. They check for scratches, dents, shine, and detail, especially the Queen's face and the Tudor rose. A coin with a high grade is bright, crisp, and flawless, while coins with even minor damage are worth far less. In fact, a slightly scratched coin might sell for just a few $100s, while a perfectly graded example can reach $2,200 or more at auction. Auctions are where collectors compete for these coins. Perfect 1987 coins often trigger bidding wars with collectors from around the world trying to grab them. Unlike older coins whose value comes mostly from historical significance, the 1987 coin's value is all about perfection, rarity, and hidden errors. That is why even a coin from the 1980s, which looks common at first glance, can suddenly become a collector's treasure worth thousands. One more twist: some 1987 coins have subtle differences that only experts notice. For example, slight variations in the Queen's portrait, the thickness of the coin, or tiny marks in the design can make a huge difference in value. Collectors love studying these details because every small difference can mean hundreds or thousands of dollars in potential value. That's why even coins that look normal should be examined carefully. Storage and preservation are also essential. Coins kept in protective holders or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins. Exposure to air moisture and handling can ruin a coin's shine, reducing its value dramatically. Top-quality 1987 coins that are preserved carefully are highly sought after by collectors and often sell at premium prices at auctions and private sales. Even though millions of 1987 20p coins were made, only a few survive in perfect condition, which makes them rare and extremely valuable. Regular coins in circulation are still worth just 20p, but a high-grade uncirculated or error coin can sell for $2,200 or more, making it one of the most rewarding coins to find in a collection. The 1987 20p coin is a perfect example of how rarity, condition and hidden surprises can turn a simple coin into a treasure. What looks like a regular piece of change might actually be worth thousands of dollars to the right collector, proving that even coins from the 1980s can hold enormous value. The 2003 20p coin might look like a normal piece of pocket change, but for collectors it's a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. On the front it has the familiar Queen Elizabeth II portrait, and on the back the classic crown Tudor rose. Millions were made that year, so at first glance it doesn't seem rare. But here's the twist: some 2003 coins in perfect uncirculated condition can sell for around $900, while ordinary coins in circulation are still worth just 20p. That's the magic of coin collecting. Sometimes what looks ordinary is actually a treasure in disguise. Unlike the 1982 or 1983 coins, which are prized for being early years, the 2003 coin is modern, yet it has become a collector favorite because of condition, rarity and subtle differences. Millions of coins were released, but over time most were spent scratched or handled, losing their shine and detail. Only a few coins have survived uncirculated, meaning they have never been used and look as if they just came from the Royal Mint. These coins are the ones that can fetch hundreds or even $900 at auction. But the story gets even twisted. Some 2003 coins have rare minting errors that make them extremely valuable. These errors can be tiny, almost invisible to an untrained eye. For example, a coin might have a slightly misaligned design, a double-struck number, or a tiny die crack on the surface. These errors are like hidden Easter eggs for collectors, and they make coins incredibly rare. A 2003 coin with a small error can sometimes be worth several times more than a normal uncirculated coin. Grading is another crucial factor for 2003 coins. Experts at grading companies examine each coin closely under magnification, checking for scratches, wear, shine and design details. A high-grade coin has sharp, crisp edges, a clear portrait of the Queen and a flawless Tudor rose. Coins with even minor scratches or blemishes are worth far less. For the 2003 coin, a top-grade example can fetch around $900 at auctions, while a scratched coin might barely reach a few dollars above face value. Auctions are where the excitement happens. Perfect 2003 coins can create bidding wars between collectors who know their rarity and potential value. Even though it is a modern coin, the demand for uncirculated and error examples keeps prices high. Unlike very old coins, the 2003 coin is attractive because it is relatively easy to store in perfect condition, yet still rare enough to be valuable. Collectors love it for both its beauty and its accessibility. Here's another twist: some coins have subtle variations that make them more interesting to collectors. For example, small differences in the Queen's portrait, the thickness of the coin, or the sharpness of the Tudor rose can add value. Collectors carefully examine every detail because even tiny variations can increase a coin's worth by hundreds of dollars. That's why you should never overlook a coin from 2003. It could be hiding a secret that makes it highly valuable. Storage and preservation are essential too. Coins kept in plastic holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose-handled coins. Exposure to air, moisture, and fingerprints can dull a coin's shine and lower its value dramatically. A perfect 2003 coin that has been preserved carefully can sell at a premium because it looks as if it just came from the mint, even though it is nearly 20 years old. Even though millions of 2003 20p coins were minted, only a small fraction have survived in perfect uncirculated condition. That's why the top quality coins are worth around $900 today. Regular coins in circulation are still worth 20p, but the rare high-grade or error coins are prized treasures for collectors, and their value continues to rise as fewer perfect examples remain. The 2003 20p coin proves that rarity isn't just about age, it's about condition, hidden mistakes and preservation. What seems like a simple coin in your change could secretly be a collector's treasure worth hundreds of dollars, showing that even modern coins can hold surprising value and excitement. The 1989 20p coin might look like an ordinary coin you find in your pocket, but for collectors it's like finding a hidden treasure. On the front it has Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and on the back the crown Tudor rose, just like most 20p coins. At first glance it seems common, but here's the twist: a high-quality 1989 coin can sell for $1,200 or more, even though a circulated coin is still only worth 20p. That's the exciting thing about coin collecting. Condition, rarity and small differences can turn ordinary coins into valuable ones. Unlike the early coins from the 1980s, which are sought after for being first-year coins, the 1989 coin is interesting because of survival and quality. Millions were minted, but most were spent, scratched or worn down over the years. The coins that remain uncirculated and perfect are now rare. These shiny coins, which have never been used or damaged, are the ones collectors pay big money for. At auctions, a flawless 1989 20p can fetch around $1,200, making it one of the more valuable coins from that decade. Here's the twist that makes 1989 coins even more exciting: some have rare minting errors. Errors could be a slightly misaligned design, a die crack, or a double strike, which happens when the coin is accidentally stamped twice at the mint. These mistakes are extremely rare, and collectors love them because errors make a coin unique. A 1989 coin with a minting error can sometimes sell for much more than $1,200, depending on how rare the mistake is. Even a small error hidden in the design can turn a normal coin into a highly sought-after collectible. Grading is also crucial for 1989 coins. Professional grading companies examine every coin carefully under magnification. They look at scratches, dents, shine, and the sharpness of the design. Coins with a high grade are crisp, bright, and flawless, while damaged coins are worth far less. For the 1989 coin, the Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the edges are closely inspected. Even minor imperfections can reduce a coin's value dramatically, which is why careful handling and storage are so important for collectors. Auctions are where the drama happens. Perfect 1989 coins can trigger bidding wars, with collectors competing online or in person. Unlike some older coins, which are valuable mostly because of age, the 1989 coin's value comes from condition, rarity, and hidden errors. That means a coin that looks ordinary to most people could actually be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Another twist is that small variations in the 1989 coin can make a difference. For example, slight changes in the Queen's portrait, the thickness of the coin, or the detail on the Tudor rose can affect value. Collectors love studying these tiny differences because even small variations can make a coin much more valuable. This is why you should always examine coins closely before assuming they are worth only face value. Storage and preservation are key. Coins kept in plastic holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins that have been handled. Exposure to air, moisture, or fingerprints can dull a coin and reduce its value significantly. A top-quality 1989 coin that has been preserved carefully can sell for $1,200 or more at auction because it looks like it just came from the Royal Mint even decades later. Even though millions of 1989 20p coins were minted, only a small fraction has survived in perfect uncirculated condition. That makes these coins rare and highly valuable. While regular circulated coins are still worth 20p, a high-grade error or uncirculated 1989 coin can be worth $1,200 or more, making it a true collector's treasure. The 1989 20p coin proves that even seemingly ordinary coins can hide amazing value. Condition, rarity, and hidden errors can transform a simple coin into a collector's prize. If you find a 1989 coin in excellent condition, it might be worth far more than you ever imagined, showing that even coins from the late 1980s can hold incredible collector interest. The 2001 20p coin might look like an ordinary coin that you drop into your pocket every day, but collectors see it very differently. It's a coin that could be hiding thousands of dollars in plain sight. On the front it has Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and on the back the classic crown Tudor rose design. Millions of these coins were made, but here's the twist: a perfect uncirculated 2001 coin can be worth $2,000 even though a regular one in circulation is still just 20p. That's the strange and exciting world of coin collecting. Sometimes a coin that seems ordinary is secretly a treasure. Unlike older coins from the 1980s, the 2001 coin is relatively modern. Millions were minted, so at first glance it seems common. But over time most coins have been used, scratched, or worn, and the ones that remain pristine and uncirculated are rare. These shiny untouched coins are exactly what collectors are looking for. At auctions, these top condition coins can fetch around $2,000, making the 2001 20p one of the more valuable modern coins in the UK series. Here's where it gets twisted. Some 2001 coins have rare minting errors that make them even more desirable. Errors can be tiny and almost invisible, like a double striker misaligned design or a slightly off-center Tudor rose. Collectors love these errors because they make each coin unique. A 2001 20p with a minting error can sometimes be worth far more than $2,000, even though it looks almost normal to the untrained eye. These mistakes are like little secrets hidden by the Royal Mint, and collectors pay huge sums to find them. Grading is another huge factor in determining the coin's value. Experts at grading companies examine coins under magnification, checking for scratches, dents, shine, and how crisp the details are. A high-grade coin is bright, sharp, and flawless. Coins with minor scratches, cleaning marks, or wear are worth much less. For the 2001 coin, the Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the coin's edges are all closely inspected. Even tiny imperfections can reduce the coin's value by hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Auctions are where the excitement really happens. Perfect 2001 coins can trigger frenzied bidding, with collectors from around the world competing to grab them. Unlike older coins whose value comes mainly from age or historical significance, the 2001 coin is valuable because of condition, rarity, and hidden errors. That's why a coin that looks ordinary could actually be a collector's dream, worth $2,000 or more. Another twist is that small variations in the 2001 coin can make a big difference. Slight differences in the Queen's portrait, the sharpness of the Tudor rose, or even the thickness of the coin can increase value. Collectors pay close attention to these subtle details because every small variation can mean hundreds or thousands of dollars. That's why even coins that look normal should be examined carefully before assuming they are worthless. Storage and preservation are key. Coins kept in plastic holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose-handled coins. Air, moisture, and fingerprints can dull a coin's shine and significantly reduce its value. A 2001 coin that has been preserved carefully can sell for around $2,000 because it looks like it just came from the Royal Mint even decades after it was minted. Even though millions of 2001 20p coins were produced, only a small fraction have survived in perfect condition, making them rare and highly sought after. While ordinary circulated coins are still worth 20p, uncirculated or error coins are treasured by collectors worldwide, with values reaching $2,000 or more. The 2001 20p coin proves that even recent coins can hide incredible value. Condition, rarity, and hidden errors can transform a simple coin into a collector's prize. The 1990 20p coin might look like just another coin you toss in your pocket, but for collectors it's a hidden gem that can turn heads at auctions. On the front it features Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and on the back the classic crown Tudor rose. Most people don't notice anything special about it, but here's the twist: a top condition 1990 coin can be worth $1,800 or more, while the ones you find in your change are still just 20p. That's the fascinating world of coin collecting. Even ordinary coins can hide extraordinary value. Unlike earlier coins from the early 1980s, the 1990 coin isn't prized just for being early. Its appeal comes from survival, condition, and subtle quirks. Millions were minted that year, but most have been spent, scratched, or worn down over time. The coins that remain uncirculated and flawless are extremely rare. Collectors prize these coins because they are perfect snapshots of history, showing every detail exactly as the Royal Mint intended. A top-grade 1990 20p can fetch around $1,800 at auctions, making it one of the more valuable coins from that decade. Here's the twist that makes the 1990 coin even more exciting: some examples have minting errors. These can be tiny, almost invisible, like a double strike, a slightly misaligned Tudor rose, or a tiny die crack. Collectors love these errors because they make a coin unique. A 1990 20p with a minting mistake can sometimes sell for much more than $1,800, even if it looks almost normal at first glance. In the world of coins, these happy accidents are like hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Grading plays a huge role in determining value. Coins are sent to professional grading companies where experts examine them under magnification. They look for scratches, wear, shine, and design clarity. A high-grade coin is bright, sharp, and flawless, while even a tiny scratch or cleaning mark can reduce value significantly. For the 1990 coin, graders focus on the Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the coin's edges. A perfect coin is rare, and that's why collectors pay thousands of dollars for it. Auctions are where the drama happens. Perfect 1990 coins can spark bidding wars, with collectors competing online or in person. Unlike older coins whose value is mostly historical, the 1990 coin is valuable for condition, rarity, and hidden minting quirks. That's why a coin that seems ordinary could actually be worth $1,800 or more. Another twist is that tiny variations can make a big difference in value. Slight differences in the Queen's portrait, the sharpness of the Tudor rose, or the thickness of the coin can increase its worth. Collectors examine every small detail because even subtle variations can mean hundreds or thousands of dollars. So the next time you see a 1990 coin, don't dismiss it. It could be hiding a secret worth serious money. Storage is essential too. Coins kept in protective holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins handled frequently. Exposure to air, moisture, and fingerprints can dull a coin's shine and reduce its value. The best 1990 coins are preserved carefully, which is why they command $1,800 or more at auctions. Even though millions of 1990 20 pence coins were minted, only a small fraction survive in uncirculated perfect condition. That's what makes them rare and valuable. Regular coins are still worth 20p, but uncirculated or error coins are prized by collectors worldwide, with top examples fetching $1,800 or more. The 1990 20 pence coin shows that rarity and value aren't just about age, they're about condition, hidden errors, and careful preservation. A coin that seems ordinary in your change could actually be a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars, proving that even coins from the 1990s can hold incredible collector excitement. The 1993 20 pence coin might look like an ordinary coin you see every day, but for collectors it's one of those hidden treasures you almost never notice. On the front it carries Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and on the back the familiar crown Tudor rose. At first glance it seems common, and millions were minted that year. But here's the twist: a perfect uncirculated 1993 coin can sell for $1,000, while coins you find in circulation are still worth just 20p. That's the strange magic of coin collecting. What seems ordinary could secretly be extremely valuable. Unlike the early 1980s coins, which are prized mainly for being first-year issues, the 1993 coin is all about condition, rarity, and subtle details. Millions were made, but over time most have been handled, scratched, or lost their shine. Only a few coins have survived in uncirculated condition, meaning they were never used, touched, or damaged. These are the coins collectors fight over because they are pristine snapshots of the mint's craftsmanship, exactly as they left the Royal Mint. A top-grade 1993 20p can fetch around $1,000 at auction, making it one of the more interesting coins from the 1990s. Here's where it gets even more twisted. Some 1993 coins have rare minting errors. These errors can be tiny, almost invisible, like a slightly off-center Tudor rose, a double strike, or even a die crack on the edge. Collectors love these mistakes because they make a coin one of a kind. A coin with a small error can sometimes sell for much more than $1,000, even if it looks almost normal to the untrained eye. That's why collectors examine every detail, often with magnifying glasses, looking for hidden surprises that make a coin extraordinarily valuable. Grading plays a huge role in determining the coin's value. Coins are sent to professional grading companies where experts check for scratches, wear, shine, and design clarity. The Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the edges of the coin are all examined. A high-grade coin is bright, crisp, and flawless. Even tiny scratches or minor cleaning can reduce its value by hundreds of dollars. For a 1993 coin, a top-grade uncirculated example can fetch $1,000, while a damaged or worn coin might barely rise above face value. Auctions are where the excitement happens. Perfect 1993 coins can trigger frenzied bidding from collectors worldwide. Unlike coins valued mostly for age or history, the 1993 coin is prized for condition, rarity, and hidden quirks. That means a coin that seems ordinary could suddenly be worth thousands of dollars if it's perfect or has a rare error. Another interesting twist is that even small variations in the 1993 coin can make a difference. Differences in the Queen's portrait, the sharpness of the Tudor rose, or even the thickness of the coin can increase its value. Collectors carefully study these subtle details because each tiny variation can mean hundreds of dollars in extra value. This is why no coin should be ignored, even if it looks like everyday change. Storage and preservation are critical for 1993 coins. Coins kept in protective holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins. Exposure to air, moisture, or fingerprints can dull the shine and reduce value dramatically. The best 1993 coins are preserved carefully, which is why they command $1,000 or more at auctions. Even though millions of 1993 20p coins were minted, only a small fraction survive in perfect uncirculated condition. That makes them rare, highly sought after, and valuable. While circulated coins are still worth 20p, uncirculated or error coins are treasured by collectors, with top examples reaching $1,000 or more. The 1993 20p coin shows that rarity and value aren't just about age, they're about condition, preservation, and hidden errors. The 2015 20p coin might look like just another coin you drop in your pocket, but for collectors it's one of those coins that could secretly be worth a fortune. On the front it shows Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and on the back the classic crown Tudor rose design. Millions of these coins were minted, so at first glance it seems ordinary, but here's the twist: a perfect uncirculated 2015 coin can sell for $1,600 even though most coins in circulation are still only worth 20p. That's the exciting and slightly strange world of coin collecting. Value isn't always obvious and surprises hide in plain sight. Unlike older coins from the 1980s or 1990s, the 2015 coin is very modern. Because it's recent, people often assume it can't be valuable. But the truth is, condition is everything. Millions were released, but only a few have survived in perfect uncirculated condition. These coins are bright, shiny, and flawless, exactly as they left the Royal Mint. Collectors are willing to pay $1,600 or more for a coin in this condition, making the 2015 20p a surprisingly high-value modern coin. Here's where it gets really twisted. Some 2015 coins have hidden minting errors that can dramatically increase their value. These errors might be tiny, almost invisible, like a double strike, a misaligned Tudor rose, or even a slightly malformed edge. Collectors love these mistakes because they are unique and rare. A 2015 20p with a minting error can sometimes sell for far more than $1,600 even if it looks normal at first glance. It's like finding a secret code hidden in a coin. Something ordinary suddenly becomes extraordinary. Grading is absolutely critical for coins from 2015. Experts at grading companies check for scratches, dents, shine, and design sharpness. The Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the coin's edges are all examined in detail. A high-grade coin is crisp, bright, and flawless, while even minor imperfections can reduce the coin's value by hundreds of dollars. For 2015 coins, top-quality examples that are uncirculated can fetch $1,600, but coins that are scratched or handled can barely rise above face value. Auctions are where collectors fight for these coins. Perfect 2015 coins often create intense bidding wars, especially online, where collectors from all over the world can compete. Unlike older coins, whose value often comes from age or historical significance, the 2015 coin is valuable mainly for condition, rarity, and hidden errors. That means even a coin that looks ordinary in your change could be worth $1,600 or more, which is exactly why collectors keep a close eye on recent issues. Here's another twist: tiny variations can make a huge difference. Differences in the sharpness of the Tudor rose, the Queen's portrait, or even the coin's thickness can significantly affect value. Collectors study every small detail carefully because even subtle variations can add hundreds of dollars to a coin's worth. That's why no coin should be ignored, even if it looks like everyday change. Storage and preservation are key. Coins kept in plastic holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins that have been handled. Air, moisture, or fingerprints can dull a coin and reduce its value. The best 2015 coins are preserved carefully, which is why they can sell for $1,600 or more at auctions. Even though millions of 2015 20p coins were minted, only a small fraction survive in perfect uncirculated condition. That's what makes them rare and highly sought after. Ordinary circulated coins are still worth 20p, but uncirculated or error coins are treasured by collectors, and top examples can reach $1,600 or more. The 2015 20p coin proves that rarity and value aren't just about age, they're about condition, preservation, and hidden errors. A coin that seems ordinary in your change could be a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars, showing that even modern coins can hold amazing surprises. The 2020 pence coin might look like just another coin you pass along in your change, but for collectors it's one of those coins that could secretly be a goldmine. On the front it shows Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and on the back the familiar crown Tudor rose. Millions were minted that year, so most people think it's ordinary, but here's the twist: a perfect uncirculated 2000 coin can sell for $1,100 or more, while the ones you find in circulation are still just 20p. That's the fascinating thing about coin collecting. What looks ordinary can actually be worth thousands of times its face value. Unlike coins from the early 1980s, the 2000 coin isn't valuable just because it's early or historic. Its appeal comes from condition, rarity, and hidden details. Millions were released, but most were spent, handled, or lost over the years. The coins that remain perfect and uncirculated are rare and highly prized. Collectors are willing to pay $1,100 or more for coins that look exactly as they left the Royal Mint, shiny and flawless with every detail crisp. Here's where it gets really interesting. Some 2000 coins have minting errors that make them dramatically more valuable. These errors might be tiny, almost invisible, like a slightly misaligned design, a double strike, or a tiny die crack. Collectors absolutely love these mistakes because they make a coin unique. A 2020p with a minting error can sometimes sell for far more than $1,100 even if it looks normal at first glance. In the world of coin collecting, these mistakes are like secret treasures waiting to be discovered. Grading plays a huge role in determining the coin's value. Coins are sent to professional grading companies where experts examine them under magnification. They check for scratches, dents, shine, and how crisp the design is. For the 2000 coin, graders focus on the Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the edges of the coin. A top-grade coin is bright, crisp, and flawless. Even minor imperfections like tiny scratches or slight wear can reduce the value by hundreds of dollars. Auctions are where the real excitement happens. Perfect 2000 coins can create bidding wars between collectors. Unlike older coins that are valued mostly for age, this coin is prized for condition, rarity, and hidden errors. That means a coin that seems ordinary in your pocket could actually be worth $1,100 or more, which is why collectors pay close attention to even recent coins. Another interesting twist is that subtle variations can increase a coin's value. Differences in the sharpness of the Tudor rose, the Queen's portrait, or even the thickness of the coin can add hundreds of dollars to its value. Collectors study these small details carefully because even tiny variations can make a huge difference in price. This is why no coin should ever be overlooked, even if it seems like everyday change. Storage and preservation are absolutely critical. Coins kept in protective holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins that have been handled. Exposure to air, moisture, or fingerprints can dull a coin's shine and reduce its value. A 2000 coin that has been preserved perfectly can sell for $1,100 or more at auctions, even though it's less than 30 years old. Even though millions of 2020 pence coins were minted, only a small fraction survive in perfect uncirculated condition. That's what makes them rare and highly sought after. Regular circulated coins are still worth 20p, but uncirculated or error coins are treasured by collectors, with top examples reaching $1,100 or more. The 2020 pence coin proves that value isn't always obvious. Condition, preservation, and hidden errors can transform a simple coin into a collector's treasure. What seems ordinary in your pocket could secretly be worth thousands of dollars, showing that even modern coins can hold incredible surprises for those who know where to look. The 2002 20 pence coin might look like just another coin that slips into your pocket, but for collectors it's a coin that hides secrets you wouldn't expect. On the front it shows Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and on the back the classic crown Tudor rose. Millions were minted that year, so most people think it's just ordinary. But here's the twist: a perfect uncirculated 2002 coin can sell for $1,650, while the ones you find in circulation are still just 20p. That's the strange and fascinating thing about coin collecting. Ordinary coins can secretly be extremely valuable. Unlike coins from the 1980s and 1990s, the 2002 coin is modern, but its appeal comes from condition, rarity, and subtle details. Millions were released, but most have been handled, spent, or worn down over the years. The coins that remain flawless and uncirculated are extremely rare. Collectors prize these coins because they are perfect examples of the mint's craftsmanship, with every detail crisp and every edge sharp. At auctions, a top-grade 2002 20p can fetch $1,650, making it one of the most valuable coins from the 2000s. Here's the twist that makes the 2002 coin extra interesting. Some coins have hidden minting errors. These mistakes could be a slightly misaligned design, a double strike, or a small die crack. Collectors love these errors because they make the coin unique. A 2002 20p with a minting error can sometimes sell for far more than $1,650, even though it looks normal to most people. It's like finding a secret code on a coin. Something ordinary suddenly becomes extraordinary. Grading is also critical. Coins are examined by professional grading companies where experts look at scratches, dents, shine, and how crisp the design is. For the 2002 coin, graders focus on the Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the edges. A high-grade coin is bright, sharp, and flawless, while even minor imperfections can lower the value significantly. That's why collectors pay attention to every tiny detail, from the tiniest scratch to the faintest wear mark. Auctions are where the magic really happens. Perfect 2002 coins can trigger bidding wars online or in person. Unlike older coins whose value often comes from age or history, the 2002 coin is valuable mainly for condition, rarity, and hidden errors. That means a coin that seems ordinary could be worth $1,650 or more, making it a true collector's prize. Another twist is that subtle variations can increase value. Differences in the Queen's portrait, the sharpness of the Tudor rose, or even the thickness of the coin can add hundreds of dollars to its value. Collectors examine these tiny variations closely because they can make a huge difference in price. This is why even coins that look like everyday change should be carefully checked. Storage and preservation are essential. Coins kept in protective holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins that have been handled. Air, moisture, or fingerprints can dull a coin and reduce its value. A carefully preserved 2002 coin can sell for $1,650 or more at auctions, even though it's only about 20 years old. Even though millions of 2002 20p coins were minted, only a small fraction survive in perfect uncirculated condition. That's what makes them rare and highly sought after. Regular circulated coins are still worth 20p, but uncirculated or error coins are treasured by collectors, with top examples reaching $1,650 or more. The 2002 20p coin proves that rarity and value aren't just about age, they're about condition, preservation, and hidden errors. A coin that seems ordinary could secretly be worth thousands of dollars, showing that even coins from the 2000s can hold incredible surprises for collectors. The 2004 20p coin might seem like a normal piece of change, the kind you barely notice in your wallet, but for collectors it's one of those coins that quietly hides value. On the front it carries Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, while on the back you see the classic crown Tudor rose design. Millions were minted that year, so most people assume it's just another coin worth 20p. But here's the twist. A perfect uncirculated 2004 coin can sell for $800 or more, making it a surprisingly valuable modern coin. That's the fun of coin collecting. Even ordinary-looking coins can hold hidden treasures. Unlike coins from the 1980s or 1990s, the 2004 coin isn't prized for being old or a first-year issue. Its value comes from condition, rarity, and subtle details that most people miss. Millions were released, but only a few have survived in perfect uncirculated condition. These coins are bright, sharp, and flawless, exactly as they left the Royal Mint. Collectors value them because they are rare snapshots of modern minting precision. At auctions, a top-grade 2004 coin can fetch $800, showing that even coins barely 2 decades old can be highly sought after. Here's where it gets really twisted. Some 2004 coins have hidden minting errors. These mistakes can be tiny, almost invisible, like a double strike, a slightly misaligned Tudor rose, or a tiny die crack along the edge. Collectors love these quirks because they make a coin unique and one of a kind. A 2004 20p with a minting error can sometimes sell for much more than $800, even if it looks normal at first glance. That's the thrill of coin collecting. A coin that seems ordinary can turn into a secret treasure. Grading is crucial. Coins are sent to professional grading companies where experts examine them under magnification. They check for scratches, dents, shine, and how sharp the design is. For the 2004 coin, graders focus on the Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the edges. A high-grade coin is bright, crisp, and flawless. Even minor imperfections can reduce its value by hundreds of dollars. For collectors, the difference between a coin worth $800 and one worth just face value can be tiny, but it's extremely important. Auctions are where collectors get really excited. Perfect 2004 coins often trigger bidding wars with collectors competing online or in person. Unlike older coins that are valued mainly for history or age, the 2004 coin is prized for condition, rarity, and hidden minting quirks. That means a coin that looks ordinary in your pocket could actually be worth $800 or more, which is why collectors never ignore modern coins. Another fascinating twist is that subtle variations can affect value. Differences in the Queen's portrait, the sharpness of the Tudor rose, or even the thickness of the coin can add hundreds of dollars to its price. Collectors study these small details very carefully because even tiny differences can make a huge impact. This is why every coin deserves a close look, even ones from recent years. Storage and preservation are essential. Coins kept in protective holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins that have been handled. Exposure to air, moisture, or fingerprints can dull the coin and reduce its value. A perfectly preserved 2004 coin can sell for $800 or more at auctions, even though it's relatively modern. Even though millions of 2004 20 pence coins were minted, only a small fraction survive in perfect uncirculated condition. That makes them rare and highly sought after. While circulated coins are still worth 20p, uncirculated or error coins are treasured by collectors, with top examples reaching $800 or more. The 2004 20 pence coin shows that rarity and value aren't always about age, they're about condition, preservation, and hidden surprises. A coin that seems ordinary in your wallet could secretly be worth hundreds of dollars, proving that even modern coins can hide exciting collector secrets. The 2006 20 pence coin might look like just another coin you toss into your pocket, but for collectors it is a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. On the front it shows Queen Elizabeth I's portrait, and on the back the familiar crown Tudor rose. Millions were minted that year, so most people assume it is ordinary. But here is the twist: a perfect uncirculated 2006 coin can sell for $600 while the ones circulating in your change are still worth just 20p. That is the strange and exciting magic of coin collecting. Value is not always obvious, and the ordinary can hide the extraordinary. Unlike older coins from the 1980s or 1990s, the 2006 coin is modern, so most people do not expect it to be valuable. But the truth is, condition is everything. Millions were released, but only a tiny fraction have survived in perfect uncirculated condition. These coins are bright, sharp, and flawless, exactly as they left the Royal Mint. Collectors prize them because they are rare snapshots of modern minting, showing every detail crisp and clear. A top-grade 2006 coin can fetch $600 at auctions, making it one of the more valuable coins from the mid-2000s. Here is where it gets really twisted. Some 2006 coins have hidden minting errors that can dramatically increase their value. Errors can be tiny, almost invisible, like a double strike, a slightly off-center Tudor rose, or a small die crack along the edge. Collectors love these quirks because they make a coin one of a kind. A 2006 20p with a minting error can sometimes sell for far more than $600, even if it looks normal at first glance. That is the thrill of coin collecting. The tiniest imperfection can make a coin incredibly valuable. Grading plays a huge role in value. Coins are examined by professional grading companies where experts check for scratches, dents, shine, and design clarity. For the 2006 coin, graders focus on the Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the edges of the coin. A high-grade coin is bright, crisp, and flawless. Even minor imperfections like small scratches or wear can reduce the coin's value by hundreds of dollars. For collectors, the difference between a $600 coin and a coin worth only face value can be tiny but critical. Auctions are where the magic really happens. Perfect 2006 coins can spark intense bidding wars with collectors from around the world competing online or in person. Unlike older coins, which are often valued for history or age, the 2006 coin is prized for condition, rarity, and hidden minting quirks. That means a coin that seems ordinary in your pocket could actually be worth $600 or more, which is why collectors check even modern coins carefully. Another interesting twist is that subtle variations can make a big difference. Differences in the Queen's portrait, the sharpness of the Tudor rose, or even the thickness of the coin can add hundreds of dollars to its value. Collectors study these small details closely, knowing that even the tiniest variation can dramatically change a coin's price. Storage and preservation are critical. Coins kept in protective holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins that have been handled. Exposure to air, moisture, or fingerprints can dull the coin and reduce its value. A 2006 coin that has been preserved carefully can sell for $600 or more at auctions even though it is less than 25 years old. Even though millions of 2006 20p coins were minted, only a small fraction survive in perfect uncirculated condition. That is what makes them rare and highly sought after. Regular circulated coins are still worth 20p, but uncirculated or error coins are treasured by collectors, with top examples reaching $600 or more. The 2006 20p coin proves that rarity and value are not just about age, they are about condition, preservation, and hidden errors. A coin that seems ordinary could secretly be worth hundreds of dollars, showing that even coins from the 2000s can hide incredible surprises for collectors. The 2005 20p coin might look like just another piece of pocket change, but for collectors it's a coin that can hide serious surprises. On the front it features Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and on the back the familiar crown Tudor rose. Millions of these coins were minted that year, so most people think it's just ordinary. But here's the twist: a perfect uncirculated 2005 coin can sell for $1,250 while coins in everyday circulation are still worth only 20p. That's the fascinating thing about coin collecting. The ordinary can suddenly become extraordinary if the condition, rarity, or hidden details are just right. Unlike older coins from the 1980s or 1990s, the 2005 coin is modern, but its appeal comes from precision, condition, and those subtle quirks that most people overlook. Millions were released, yet only a small fraction have survived in perfect uncirculated condition. These coins are bright, crisp, and flawless, exactly as they left the Royal Mint. Collectors prize them because they represent the highest quality of modern minting, capturing every detail with sharp clarity. At auctions, top-grade 2005 coins can fetch $1,250 or more, proving that even modern coins can hold serious value. Here's the twist that makes the 2005 coin even more interesting: some examples have rare minting errors that make them even more desirable. These errors could be a double strike, a slightly misaligned Tudor rose, or even a tiny die crack along the edge. Collectors love these mistakes because they make the coin one of a kind. A 2005 20p with a minting error can sometimes sell for far more than $1,250, even if it looks normal at first glance. That's the thrill of coin collecting. A coin that looks like everyday change could be a secret treasure worth thousands. Grading plays a huge role in determining value. Coins are examined by professional grading companies where experts check for scratches, dents, shine, and design sharpness. For the 2005 coin, graders focus on the Queen's portrait, the Tudor rose, and the edges of the coin. A high-grade coin is bright, crisp, and flawless. Even minor imperfections can reduce its value dramatically. For collectors, the difference between a coin worth $1,250 and one barely above face value can be tiny, but it's absolutely critical. Auctions are where the excitement truly happens. Perfect 2005 coins can trigger intense bidding wars, with collectors competing online or in person. Unlike older coins whose value often comes from history or age, the 2005 coin is prized for condition, rarity, and hidden minting quirks. That means a coin that seems ordinary in your pocket could actually be worth $1,250 or more, making it a true collector's prize. Another twist is that even subtle variations can affect value. Differences in the sharpness of the Tudor rose, the Queen's portrait, or even the thickness of the coin can add hundreds of dollars. Collectors examine every small detail closely because even the tiniest variation can dramatically change a coin's price. This is why every coin, even modern ones, deserves a close look. Storage and preservation are critical. Coins kept in protective holders, albums, or original mint packaging are far more valuable than loose coins that have been handled. Exposure to air, moisture, or fingerprints can dull the coin and reduce its value. A perfectly preserved 2005 coin can sell for $1,250 or more at auctions even though it's a relatively recent coin. Even though millions of 2005 20p coins were minted, only a small fraction survive in perfect uncirculated condition. That's what makes them rare and highly sought after. Circulated coins are still worth 20p, but uncirculated or error coins are treasured by collectors, with top examples reaching $1,250 or more. The 2005 20p coin proves that value isn't always about age, it's about condition, preservation, and hidden surprises. A coin that seems ordinary in your pocket could secretly be worth thousands of dollars, showing that even modern coins can hold incredible collector excitement. So there you have it, the top 15 most expensive and ultra-rare UK 20p coins with history and real-world collector values. While most regular coins are worth just their face value, the rarest dates and eras can be tiny treasures worth significantly more, especially in graded condition. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments which coin you want me to cover next. Happy hunting in your loose change, you might just have a small fortune hiding in your wallet. Thanks for watching, see you next time.